My name is Russell Maryland. I'm 52 years old. Glad to be taking part of this wellness challenge that the NFL and Dr. Oz is putting on. I appreciate that. And normally, I'm not that person. I like to be able to do my own thing alone in my separate corner. But I told my wife about this and my kids. I have three beautiful kids. And they said, Dad, you need to do this. You need to take part in this. And I said, you know what? Yes, you're right. Because, I've been blessed to have 52 years on this earth, but, I don't know how many more years are promised for me. So, well, growing up, I wasn't always big. I was a tall kid, but up until about third grade. I can remember going out for recess, and in the years before, I could run and keep up with the best of them. But then this year, about my third grade year, I gained a lot of weight, and it was noticeable when I went out to recess and tried to keep up with the kids, and I could keep up, but for very short periods of time, and I have to go back and say, hey. Just hold on a second. I'll get back with you on the next run, And so that's when I first started noticing that, hey, man, something's changing within me. So and that was tough having to deal with that. But in my teenage years, 14, 15, 16, I used that weight, so to speak, to play football. It worked for me because as a big young fella, I could move guys out of the hole. I could move guys, and push them back to the quarterback and make a couple sacks. So, you were celebrated, so to speak, for being a big kid. But that didn't, when you're outside of limelight and you're not playing under the lights, you're still, you're fat. And people and young kids will make jokes, as they did. And it was tough. It was tough. I learned to, I guess, tough it out and just be the fat kid and use it, once a year, when I'm playing football, and then kind of suffer in silence for the rest of the year. So, it was kind of an up and down experience like that. I got a scholarship at the University of Miami, and I stepped on campus at a grand 317 pounds. And I was just a few months into turning 17 years old. And down at the University of Miami, where they were working hard, they had extremely good players, and they had some great coaching. I knew that this 317 pounds wasn't going to be a good thing and wasn't going to last. So being away from home, being away from the Doritos and the hamburgers and the pizzas, whenever I wanted them, I was down in Miami with the mangoes and the pineapples, and along with that, and eating a lot better, I sweated it out in the field. Ran lots of 110-yard sprints, lifted weights in that hot Miami, South Florida tropical sun. And in about 6 months, I had lost 50 pounds, and I was down to under 270. I started to work from there. I was feeling good about myself, and that was the first time in my life that I felt in control of my weight. And slowly but surely worked into the starting position, and I built up a lot of muscle, and played on some successful collegiate teams there back in the late 80s. Moving on from college after winning 2 national championships, being at a solid, a stable 270-ish pounds, went into the pros, played for the Dallas Cowboys, the Oakland Raiders, and the Green Bay Packers. I just learned more and more into my mid to late 20s about what good health was, but not necessarily knowing what good nutrition was, I guess. You're working so much, you're burning so many calories every day. You're burning thousands of calories a week. You're burning hundreds of calories during the course of a game. You could keep weight off. It was easy to keep weight off, even if you were eating not so optimally. As I went to Green Bay in my 29th and 30th year of life. It was a little bit colder. I was still burning lots of calories, but still wasn't eating the best. And I was there 1 year, and I got gained a lot of weight. And they told me I could be a nose tackle. I was like, okay, well, nose tackle needs to be a little bit heavier. So they say, you can get up to about 305. I said, okay, great. I was headed that way anyway. Well, I ended up at about 317 when I actually was done in Green Bay, and that was it. It's like, hey, I was cut about a week before 9/11, and everything just, I didn't able to get a chance to ride off into the sunset and be celebrated as a guy who played 10 years in the NFL. I mean, it was just like that. Bam, September 2nd of 2001. It was it, and no more cheers. The guys were going ahead playing the season, and I was done. I was at home, left to my own devices. So I think that was the kind of time where gradually the weight started coming on, because the eating never changed. The eating never was great, but the amount of calories burned every day had gone down because I wasn't out there butting heads and tackling the running backs anymore. And so the weight started creeping up until now, which is about 20 years later after that. Here I am, on the upside of 300 pounds, closer to 400 than I am 350. And now it's time as a 52-year-old man to say, hey, I got beautiful kids that are slowly moving out of the house doing their own thing, and they want dad to be healthy, and they want dad to be around for many more years. And I want dad to be around for many more years so I can see grandkids and really be able to enjoy them. So that is why I'm here talking to you guys right now. And this is day one. This is day one to a better life.